Part 3. Neural Transmission and Processing. We've said that information from each of the different senses is transmitted to the brain by a process of neural transmission. So what is this process? Neural transmission refers to the electrochemical transfer of information from one brain cell to another. The human brain is composed of between 80 and 120 billion brain cells or neurons. How does information travel from one neuron to another? This transfer of information from one neuron to another occurs via a complex electrochemical process. The primary electrical component of this transmission process is known as the action potential. Action potentials originate from ionic chemical variations between the inner and outer cell walls of the soma, or the cell body of the neuron. Action potentials are transmitted from the soma via axons, which are analogous to wires or cables within electrical circuits. In order to transmit a signal from one neuron to another, an additional stage is required: synaptic transmission. Synapses are literally tiny gaps in the communication pathway that connects one neuron to another. In order to transmit a neural signal across a synapse, the action potential in the presynaptic neuron releases what are known as neurotransmitters, which travel across the synapse, which then chemically bind with the postsynaptic neuron. This chemical binding may induce a net excitation or a net inhibition in the postsynaptic neuron. This electrochemical process of action potential, followed by synaptic transmission, is the process of information transfer between one brain cell and another. It's the fundamental currency of all brain function, which constitutes all thought, all experience, and all behaviour. This results from the immense complexity and connectivity of the human brain. So far, we've described neural transmission between just two neurons. For any given neuron, there exist many hundreds or tens of thousands of connections to other neurons. To give you some insight into the potential complexity of the human brain, it's been estimated that if all of the connective tissue that links these neurons, that is the axons and dendrites, from a single human brain were placed end to end, this would subtend over 850,000 kilometres.